Welcome back to the Factor Uncensored, this very special Halloween edition of the show. And we're here at Purgatory in Kingwood. And of course, it is a great haunted house with so many different rooms. You're going to love this place. Now, who did we find here at Purgatory? He's not a psychological doctor. He's a medical doctor, Dr. Abdulla Kudrath. And of course, we want to focus on the health and safety of the kids. They're going to be getting a lot of candy if their parents allow them to eat that candy. But there's some concerns out there in this day and age. And one of the things that we have seen is the candy-colored fentanyl pills that are out there. So is that a real concern for parents at Halloween, or is this something that we hear on the news a lot?
It has made its way to several news outlets. I think what they're referring to is color tablets for fentanyl. Now, most medications have colors when you think of it. But the idea is that people might be passing it out to little kids when they trick or treat. Currently, there's no evidence of any kids receiving this. And I highly doubt it's going to be given to kids for trick or treat, because these things cost money.
Right. The crackheads will keep that. I'm getting these damn kids my pills.
That's right. Because most people are making these drugs to sell them. Right. Now, the thing is, there have been hoaxes every Halloween. And one person actually went back to 1958 and found out there has been no fatalities since, thank God, from trick-or-treat candy. That being said,
the urban legends we've heard, like a razor blade in a candy or a needle in a candy, or an apple. None of that's ever been proven.
Right. Almost all of them had ended up being hoaxes. Now, that being said, we still have to be careful every year. It's really important that parents inspect the candy before their kids eat it. If nothing else, they can catch the ones with an open wrapper, because that's just gross.
Who wants that?
Right.
It's like those little candy corn things.
You don't like those?
Oh my God, no, no.
Yeah, and you know, if a candy just looks odd, I would avoid the homemade candies unless you know the person who's making it.
Right.
If it's not in an official wrapper that's sealed, these are the type of candies you should probably just avoid.
And of course, for those who are wondering, when it comes to taking your kids out to get that Halloween candy, the trick-or-treat, long ago there used to be several hospitals that would allow you to bring your candy in and Xray. Do they still do that anymore? Or at least they told us. Maybe they lied.
You know, it's not a bad idea. I think the risk is super low. But I guess that's a good marketing campaign. But I don't think there's a great enough risk for everyone to go and X-ray all their candy.
And obviously, we're still not completely done with the pandemic. Any tips for kids going out? Do you still recommend, once they go out trick-or-treating, being around a lot of people, maybe use some hand sanitizer or take any other precautions? Because as we know, the pandemic is not completely over.
Absolutely. I think those general precautions are always good to do. And not just because of COVID, but also we've got the flu going around. I've seen strep throat, a lot of cases lately. So if we're handing off candies, hanging out in groups, it's always best to keep our hands clean, especially when handling all the same items.
Okay. So Dr. Kudrath, have you enjoyed the haunted house, or are you coming back? Or are you gonna what?
I'm not gonna lie, this is a really scary haunted house. I haven't been to one in a long time. But the owners here at Purgatory have really done a good job at building very dramatic and detailed scenes that look kind of lifelike.
Can you save this woman?
See, that's the problem as a doctor. Every time I see this, I go into doctor mode, and I'm trying to find what the injury is and what I need to do next to keep them alive. I feel like I'm back at work.
Right. I think it may be an overdose.
It could be.
Maybe a druggie. She's got a tramp stamp right here. That'll do.